Hey there, it's Naren from Positively Sorted here, and today I want to show you a new online tool that I've found recently that is quite handy if you are visual and if you like to maybe draw out, or if you're one of those people that use post-it notes or a whiteboard or a big scrap of paper and hypertexters to draw and plan and get ideas out of your head, this one is for you. So I've tried a few different tools over the years for particularly creating flowcharts, because that's something I do sometimes when I'm setting out processes and workflows of how systems need to be set up for clients and for my business. I tried a couple over the years. The latest one I used was called LucidChart. So that's another one that does sort of flow charts and diagrams and stuff. There's also quite a few different mind mapping online tools out there that are specific to mind maps. This one I've just found is a bit of a mixture. So they call it an online whiteboard. The bit that sets it apart, I think, is, well, a couple of things, is that it has lots of different types of diagram templates that you can use and use as examples to see how to get started. You can also start from scratch, and there's heaps of different features which I'll show you in a sec. But it also has this online collaboration bit to it. So especially now with so many people working remotely, you can actually have multiple people logged in to one of these whiteboards and work in real time on the board together. So you might be having a remote video call with somebody, and you can actually get this whiteboard up on the screen and work on it together while you're in completely different places. And you can comment, and it doesn't have to be in real time. You can send them a link, and it's really cool and really flexible, and I'm loving it so far. So I thought I would share and show you as well. So yeah, let's have a look. So this is Miro, and you can see straight away the main sort of feature of this is the boards, and this first screen you come to will show you all the boards that you've got available. You can organise them into what they call projects, which are kind of like folders, but you just need to be on a paid plan for that. I'm just on a free plan at the moment because I'm still just sussing it out. It's fairly new, but I'm liking it so far. There's so much you can do with it. So you can see across the top here all these templates, and these are just kind of the most common ones that you can quickly click onto and just get straight stuck into it. First I want to show you a couple of other things. So you've got invite members here. One of the big things with this that I can see is when you're working remotely with people, it's actually set up so that you can all be sort of logged into one board at the same time. There's a chat feature. You can make changes, sort of everyone make changes all at once, and sort of discuss and collaborate on things together. The other thing you can do is copy a board link and share it with somebody else so that they can see what you've done. They can comment on things. Let's get in and have a look. So I'll just go to new board. So on the free, they're all sort of shared with whoever you've got on your team. So once you upgrade, you can have private boards if you want as well. So for now, I'll just create the shared board. And you see all of the different templates that come up. So there's just your sort of standard mind map, which is really great for just sort of brain dumping ideas and outlining things. So I've used the mind map for planning on creating a few sort of trainings and workshops and things this year. So I'm using the mind map to plan what content to include, just putting all the ideas of what content could be in that training, and then you can move things around and organise it. So there's all these different templates here. If you're any kind of visual planner or thinker is going to love this. The other thing I I can see myself using this for a lot is this flow chart. A lot of the time when I'm figuring out sort of how-tos and things, a flow chart can be really good to show the steps and any point where a decision needs to be made, what the options might be, and then you can look at each step and go, okay, what information is needed for that? Who needs to do it? Who needs to be making the decisions? And yeah, where does this information go? And each one as well, if you kind of look at one and go, oh, what would you use that for? You can actually click on a preview and it will show you a bit more detail, but also give you an explanation of what you would use it for. So a lot of them are to do with particular methods like agile and different sort of frameworks that different companies use. But yeah, so let's just use the mind map as an example. It's basically just click on it and start typing. What I've done in all of this clicking is set up frames. So you've got your board, which is this big blank canvas, but you can set up frames in it. So say you wanted to plan out this diagram and then show it to somebody. You can use, a bit in the way here, down the bottom here, you can use, there's a couple of different views you can use. So you can look at each frame and just jump to that section. And then there's also a presentation mode. So your presentation mode is very similar, but it's just takes up most of the screen and shows you exactly what's in each frame. And then you've got your comments and your chat. So if you've got somebody else using this board at the same time, you can actually have a conversation and point things and move things around and chat at the same time. Then you can use their templates, but you can also, so if I come out of here and stick this somewhere else, you can just freestyle, start sticking shapes and post-it sort of sticky notes on, change the size of the text, change your colors, get really creative with it. You can move these around, and then you can, if you had another one, then you can actually join them together with arrows and get really fancy. You can also import images, you can draw. One of the cool features, and I've got to find it, here we go, this smart drawing. And this would be awesome with an iPad or something as well. You can scribble and draw while you're talking to people. You can add comments to things, say, I like this part. And then in your views, you can see all the comments together as well. Also, there's a little note section over this side where you can sort of use it for a meeting agenda, summaries, workshop notes. So if you're actually using it for a presentation, you can have your notes of what you want to talk about. Maybe this is a project you're planning out, all the steps and things that need to happen. You can create a to-do list as you're going through it. And then these notes can be either copied or exported. That's really handy, I think. And then the other thing you can do, so you can also add extra templates straight into an existing board. So this one here, I've just added, I'm just zooming in and out and dragging it around as well. So these are like cards, and you can drag them from one board to another in a Kanban board. If you don't know what a Kanban board is, just give it a Google. It's another way of planning and handling projects. So yeah, you can see just how flexible, and look, there's even a video chat. There's so many potential uses for this. I can see like having meetings remotely and talking out ideas and plans. I'm definitely going to use it for flowcharts, for looking at processes, and that's something I a bit of a nerd about. Your actual board, once you've got something set up, and this is the other thing that frames, so once you've got something that you want to maybe export and send somewhere else, you can set up a frame around, say, that bit. You can give frames and names as well, but then we can export as an image, PDF. I haven't tried out this exporting to spreadsheet yet, but that's interesting. This, like, then you can actually use those diagrams ideas in other places. That's the main gist of what I can see straight away is what you can do with it. So you can invite people, share the board with. So a quick look, there's a couple of different ways you might work with it. So like I said, the free plan, you've got 3 boards that you can use. And then it comes down to if you're going to be using it sort of internally as a team, and then it just depends how many people, as to how much it is per month or per year. But then you've also got what features you need, how many projects and things like that. Then there's the other option, if you're more solo, like a consultant or something, and you can see yourself working with clients, like you could be showing clients project plans or anything that you want to show an actual client. It's there's a different plan for that as well. So it's gives you different kind of options depending on how you think you're going to use it, which I think is really cool. So that's Miro. Give it a try if you're in any way visualing and brainstorming. So what do you reckon? It looks pretty cool, hey? And I know I only showed like really basics, like just the beginnings of what you could do with it. I think it's one of those things that it's not until you actually get in and start using it and get ideas flowing out of your head and straight onto a screen that you can share with somebody else that you'll see how useful it could be. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think, if it's something you think you'll try, or if there's another similar sort of tool that you use and love. If nutting out your processes and workflows in your business is something that has been in your head for a while, is something you need to get done and you need help with, it's something that I'm just all over at the moment. I'm loving it, and I'm working on a bit of a framework system process for actually working through setting up new processes and systems and stuff. So yeah, if that's something you need help with, get in touch. I'll see you next time.